Okay, now that you've created this fire, okay, this lovely campfire, what the heck how do we get it out of here? Now, there's two ways to approach it, and one doesn't seem to work very well, but I'm going to show you it anyways. So we're going to select on our campfire item that we've selected, okay, and we can sit there and go under Assets and export a package. Okay, and if my system doesn't lock up, you will see it's got everything in there. Okay, so you would think you could sit there and just select your particular campfire, except it's not showing, is it? And that is because what's here in the hierarchy panel is not what you can export. It has to be something here in the project panel. Okay, so we're going to cancel this out, and so what we're going to do is very quickly we're going to create a prefab, and we're going to name it my campfire. Okay, then I'm going to take the campfire from over here and assign it to my campfire. Notice now if I right click on it, I can sit there and export a package. And it says, okay, I've got this and include dependencies. Okay, I'm going to show you there's a problem. So I'm going to export this real quickly. And I'm just going to sit there and put it in documents, and I'm going to do call it bad campfire. You'll see why I'm calling it that in a second. And I'm saving it. Okay, and so there it is, and we would think everything is good to go and life is good. Problem we're going to have is it doesn't have all the pieces. Okay, and to prove that, let me sit there and import a package. Okay, and I put it inside documents, so I should be able to find it very quickly, hopefully. There's bad campfire. I'm going to open it. It says all the assets are already here, so obviously this is the message we got. So what I would have to do is create a brand new thing to test it out. So before I do that, let me show you the other way to send it out. You still have to create the prefab, but when you click on assets, what you can do is tell it to select dependencies. And now notice it's selected everything that's this particular prefab needs. And now I can sit there and export a package. Okay, and notice I've got all these other things now. You would think include dependencies would do that, but apparently it does not. So I'm going to export now, and I'm going to go back to documents, and I'm going to make this good campfire. Okay, so now it's doing it, and now I've got both good and bad campfire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly create let me go ahead and create a new project. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm not going to bring anything else in because I just want to show you what it looks like, and we can do that without anything. So I'm just going to create it so that, and nope, I don't need to save it because I already did it what I needed it to do. So it's going to come up here in a second. And because I didn't pull anything in, it should actually come up fairly quickly. Okay, and so now if I click Assets, Import Package, Custom, and I'm going to import bad campfire first. There it is, bad campfire. See, there it is. It's all checked. I'm going to import it. And if I drag this in here, look what I got. Nothing. And if I look over here, notice I can't see anything. There's my smoke, there's my fire there. So I've got my stick, and nothing's really showing up, is it? Because the right materials didn't come through. Okay, so let me delete that and delete it from here as well. And now we're going to go ahead and import the other package, the good campfire. And notice we have all the features now, so if I import it, this will take a second. We're sitting here, and if I choose my campfire, notice I can see it down here now. Okay, and if I drag it into my picture, Notice it now works perfectly. So this is a technique that you can use when you create something. You can save it in a location where all the items you're creating are, and then you can import just the items you need rather than leaving them all in one big scene so you have to try to pick and choose and everything. So remember, when you're exporting something, it has to be in the project pane. So when you create it in your scene, you can create a prefab and then drag it over. And then once you select it, you want to go under Assets and tell it to select the dependencies. That way it's going to highlight everything, and at that point you can now go Assets, Export Package, and you know you're going to have all the assets you need. And just to prove, because you may not be able to hear it, but I can hear the sound. So the sound came over as well. Okay, so that's how to properly export something you've made, especially if you're going to make fire and smoke and all those kind of things, into a package that now you can use in any of your Unity efforts. Okay, that ends this video.